Making a video. A little different, change of pacey kind of thing. Well, not really. Well, it's sort of. Anyway, Cristina made a video, and the lovely Cristina, blah, blah, blah. And, yeah, I don't want to get into some personal thing. I mean, some kind of snarky drama video kind of thing. You know, most of the time I think Cristina's quite intelligent and all that kind of stuff. But on a couple of subjects, I just find this rationalization of psychotic human sensibilities. Yeah, I think it's just kind of silly to defend junk food, and that's basically she's saying junk entertainment is good entertainment. It's like saying junk science is good science, or I just think this is a bullshit argument. So it's basically this whole argument is somehow the fact that most video games, the vast majority of them, are like horror movies, are just kind of junk entertainment. Okay, formula, you know, preying on you know, petty bits of people, you know, revenge and all kinds of crap like that, all kinds of real negative aspects of our personality. And the video games just totally exploit that. So it's like the worst kind of news program, you know, the Bill O'Henry or whatever the fuck his name is, or, you know, all these assholes, these, you know, all this jackass news that isn't really news, all this talking head shit commentary that's all, you know, simplistic, moronic, unintelligent. You know, if you could polarize and say there's a North Pole and a South Pole, yeah, Dawkins is standing on this, you know, South Pole, and Dawkins is an asshole anyway, but I'm just saying, by comparison, you know, you have to go all the way to the other side of the earth to find where this commentary, the level of its intelligence, and the level of the average video game in terms of what it's stimulating in human beings, what it's virtual realitying, the simulation it's providing. And that's what these are. These are simulations. You want to call them something else, it's okay. But they're simulations. They're just enriching fantasies, and we already know that these things all escalate. It's you see a little bit of pornography, or you watch The Exorcist and you see a head spin around, some vomit fly out. Well, you do that 2 or 3 times, and then you're going to need her to bend over and have some pink diarrhea fly out. You're going to, you know, you're always going to have to up the ante. These are real psychological phenomenon, and I think it's just stupid to say that this doesn't have an effect on human psychology and it doesn't make people into assholes. I think it does, and I think the evidence of that is the fact that jackasses, you know, there's 300 million guns in America, and there's clearly lots of lunatics who don't mind using them. You know, so I just don't buy this argument that this violent nature hasn't already shown itself in the wonderful spectacle of the, you know, Iraqi shock and awe wars, the daisy cutter. The whole fucking thing is just an evidence of this insensitivity and desensitization. So I just think this is a bogus argument that has no effect on people. I think it retards them fundamentally. So she used a little personal example of her experience with video games. So I had a limited experience with video games. I got quite addicted to Tomb Raider. And I enjoyed the puzzle solving. Okay, so that was the game for me, was this idea of puzzle solving, and some of this idea where you had to learn how to jump a certain way, and you had to hop across 15 things at once and before you got your feet on fire and that kind of stuff. I like those challenges. Okay, I could tolerate, I sort of didn't mind shooting spiders. That was sort of fun. Okay, I didn't really like shooting wolves. That sort of bothered me, but I said, okay, they're rabid wolves and they're coming to attack me, so I gotta kill them. Killing dinosaurs, yeah, that didn't bother me too much. But when they got to gorillas, it frankly bothered me. I didn't like shooting fucking gorillas. And then I really hated it when the game just became kill other human beings, right? It just became kill some guy walking down the hallway because you need to get into some fucking room. So yeah, headshot and, you know, in the back. And yeah, I just found that obnoxious. This wasn't something I wanted. I didn't want to walk up to his body and see the blood leaking out of his head or do any of that bullshit. Not that it made me vomit or anything. It was just, why would I want this? Why would I want this as a challenge? Why would I want this as an experience? I found it obnoxious. I just found it, I don't want to do this. I don't want to shoot gorillas. It just was irritating that they had to throw gorillas in there. They couldn't have made it you know, 5-foot tall spiders. No, they had to make it gorillas. They couldn't make it giant snakes. They couldn't make it some thing that's easier to associate with something that's a real threat. And yeah, so I find that I found it didn't do my psychology any good to get more comfortable doing it. And that's all this comes down to, is a kind of desensitization. So you're going to say there's no desensitization by exposing yourself to a redundancy of this kind of crap. And then, you know, the whole horror movie genre. Well, I frankly have some measure of sympathy for your sickness, and I just see it as like somebody eating meat and enjoying seeing a pig rotating on a spigot. You don't think that does something to people's psychology? The whole, let's all take a family happy picture with our dead pig rotating on the spit. Those symbols mean something, they have an effect on people. They ruin context, they break appropriate reaction. They turn us into assholes. And I'm sorry, the human race is an asshole, and it's just making itself more of an asshole. And so you're, in my opinion, you're just voting for idiocracy when you vote for lowest common denominator, simple, generic, crude and stupid news programs, science programs, and entertainment. If you want it all dumbed down and retarded, okay, visceral and stupid, then yeah, go ahead, bring back the arena. Sure, you'll get high ratings, okay? Go ahead, bring it back. Bring back feeding people to lions. I'm sure people will watch it. I'm sure they'll be entertained as fuck. It's a fact, and we're seeing it already happening. We're seeing real boxing now, where people really break each other's faces. Even more so. This is a positive step? No, it's not. It's stupid. It's junk fucking food. And to fucking rationalize and defend the whole industry focusing on making who can make the biggest pile of absolute fucking goddamn crap. These aren't classics. This is a great imagination being expressed. It's crap. It's absolute fucking crap. It doesn't do anything clever or intelligent in trying to migrate human beings to better ideas and better ideals, and to use their imagination to wonder about life and what it means to be a sentient organism and our responsibilities to the other feeling things on the planet. It doesn't give us there's not one piece of food in this crap people are being fed, and it's sick for you to justify it because you get off on it. I mean, sorry. I'm sorry, if you just sit there, what, Freddy Nightmare movies you think are good cinema? This is something they should have made? Oh yeah, a story about a child molester terrorizing teenage girls. Great. Yeah, let's stick one in a glue trap. You know, and watch her squirm and squiggle, and then she gets killed, she loses. So yeah, put us through the whole experience of complete and utter terror and defeat, so that when it really happens, we'll be ready for it. Or we'll be feeding on it. And I'm just saying, I think you're just creating the assholes who end up kidnapping women and storing them in their basement. I think you're creating the nutballs who go out and shoot other, 12 little kids in a fucking grammar school. I think you're creating it with this fucking glorification of absolute crap. Anyway, always something. I'll be back. Back. Alright, so now on to the feminist element of this whole thing. It's about feminism. Yeah, obviously women have different interests than men. Men are more, yes, do the cutesy girl thing, and, oh yeah, cleavage is nice. I don't know what Kenny's doing there, though. Oh, he has a Kenny necklace. But anyway, oh. I can't remember, what did he say? He's always got killed all the time. I guess that's part of the horror theme. But anyway. And yeah, this is, I think, another one of these problems for the human race to deal with. This fact that men and women are different, and yet they have to have this civilization thing where they can function and have roles and incomes and relationships that make sense in some way. And all of that's sort of falling apart. And there's a little bit of a danger to that, right? I mean, men can't just be strong and blah, 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 and You know what I'm saying? They have to have money, or they have to have this, or they have to have that, and you know, that's the control now. That's the power. Power is shifted from some sort of physical strength or good genes, and it has been converted into you have to be a conniver and a wheeler dealer and a shyster and a crook, because that's what's going to most likely get you rich, is Ebenezer Scrooge-like behavior. And that's going to, you know, make you very attractive and, you know, magnetic, your magnetic personality. And so, yeah, men are living up to a completely different, a bizarre standard of what it is to be a man. And, you know, muscles are money. And, you know, women just, frankly, as having utility to a male, basically all they have to sell is this cosmetic appearance-y thing. And if they don't have that, doesn't matter. They go to Harvard, doesn't matter what they do. They usually can't buy a wallet that's going to buy them a quality man. So, you know, in a sense, you know, it's just going to buy them the worst kind of man, in the sense that it'll be a man who just wants this, just using them in some overt way. Where women tend to fall into the role of caregiver and lover and all that kind of stuff, and they have a different kind of attachment. I'm just saying, there's real psychological problems to getting us to the future, you know, this better future. And you can even see it, like Star Trek tried to seem progressive, but it was really misogynistic, and you know, it didn't break the role barrier. And, you know, it didn't break the obligation that, you know, the more attractive the woman, the better. And, you know, it just didn't fix any of that problem, and didn't show us an example of how it works in any other way. And I'm just saying, video games are just reinforcing these stupid, dull, dumb, junk food attitudes. The same pig on the spit spinning. I mean, we're growing up on it. We're feeding our kids on these stupid memes, and the truth is that we probably can give them finer sensibilities. We can probably make them capable of drinking the wine, not just to get drunk, but to enjoy the robust herbal quality of where the grapes were grown and all this other. They can get more out of a woman. They can find more value in there than just it's red and it's got alcohol in it. I mean, isn't that all you're doing? You're just selling beer by saying, this beer gets you drunk. It's called drunk. Yeah, they have a beer called Get Drunk. You know, this is how we should sell women. It's just, okay, yeah. Hot. Not. Yeah. And we can't do any better than that. We can't hope to do better than that. We're just going to keep reinforcing these same dead, stupid, dumb, reinforce these same addictions. And to me, it's just as correctable as eating meat, in the sense that it's just what you grow up on. If you don't grow up eating meat, then you won't need to eat meat. I mean, it's just that sensible. I mean, if you don't feed the next generation these stupid, pitiful, crude, dumb memes, they won't need to go watch a dog fight to get horny or to get off or to feel excited. They don't need to bungee jump or do any of this, jump out of airplanes, do all this other bullshit to find out what life means. They might do something Aristotelian. You know, they might do something Galileoian, and they might get off on something else besides this visceral, crude, stupid, dirty flesh of being just a dumbass. So again, sorry, but you're just defending dumbassery. That's it. There's nothing. There's no necessity for this lowest common denominator crap. It's not healthy. It's not good. It's not a positive sign of human progress to just wallow in these dumb and stupid, archaic perceptions. It's not healthy. It's not anything good. It's just all fucking, it's something we should all, as human beings, be embarrassed. You should be goddamn embarrassed that 90% of the new video games coming out are just competing with each other to say, get drunk fast. Oh, we put a hooker in the video, you know, and if you say the magic words, you know, her vagina flies on and turns into wings, and she actually flips upside down and flies away. Or something like that. What? Why? You're proud of that? You're proud. That's what the human race is calling entertainment, man. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's so much better than cockfighting. It isn't. It's called failure, and you're just sitting there making excuses for, let's continue to fail, let's continue to fail, let's continue to fail. Because I'm having a good time, mostly. Not good enough. So, yeah, that's probably enough of a video. So the point is, I think these are just simulations. They do desensitize, and the memes in all these video games are moronic. I mean, it's just, you know, they couldn't, you know, boobs that actually come to a point. I mean, it's it's so fucking pitifully stupid. And why reward that by saying, good enough job? It's a good enough job. No, it's not good enough. It's way too fucking thin. Way too fucking weak. These are cartoon drawings of science. This is a cartoon. This is a cartoon. This is made for. This is something Ronald Reagan would feed the American public. It's just propaganda and lies. We can do so much better than this. We can inspire so much better in each other than to keep defending this fucking junk food. Shit. Yeah, shit. So, anyway, till next time. Oh, I should play a little bit of it. Yeah, just for fun. Just for old time's sake.
One of those people who like to go around the internet making death threats and rape threats and whatnot, then yes, there is definitely something wrong with you. Especially if you mean it. And if you don't mean it...
Well, whatever, yeah, you could even argue that all of these people that are willing to say outrageously stupid things in comments should be an indication that there's a lot of sick motherfuckers out there. I mean, it really should be a bit of an... You read your comment section, it should give you a little bit of a fright.
And you just do it to be a troll, then I guess there's something else wrong with you. Just to end this with the risk of sounding...
Well, again, I make the same argument. I think if you get off or you get excited or you get somehow at all interested in watching some child molester, burned child molester with big scissor fingers chasing 13-year-old girls around, well, I say there's something wrong with you. If that's your definition of a good time, I'm sorry. I think there's something wrong with you.
Like a total hippie, I do believe that we would get so much more accomplished if instead of jumping on to judge and vilify each other.
Oh, bullshit on that one. I mean, really, don't judge people for eating meat. Don't judge them for hiring assassins to torture and then slaughter their dinner because they're too big a pussy to sit there and meet the animal face to face and say, yeah, I'm going to fuck you over for my selfish needs. Okay? Go ahead, do it. Go to the mother little pig with her little piglets and just pick up her little piglets one at a time and gut them. All right, have the balls to be the fucking assassins that you are. I mean, all this lying about what you people are. You're all a bunch of nihilist motherfucking selfish cunts. Again, most white males would vote for, give all the money on earth to Donald Trump. They're all fucking morons.
We would just try to relate to one another more and understand one another more.
Yeah, well, whatever. Yeah, whatever. You can mock that all you want, all right? But frankly, if I had two worlds to live in, this shit fucking crap of the whatever generation versus the 60s, yeah, I would take the boat home, okay, in an instant. You people suck. You nihilist motherfucking insensitive cunts. You're disgusting.
And we agree on everything, which cannot be further from the truth. Actually, I think sometimes it would be easier to handcuff a cat than to make two feminists agree on an issue.
Okay, well, you already did that part. Yeah, somehow I jumped to the beginning of the video. I don't know.
Post it by Halloween. If not, Happy Halloween.
Whatever. Yeah, I don't even, whatever. I mean, always, look, Halloween was for one thing when I was a kid, right? I'd put on a dirty old sweater and a big pair of shoes, and I'd go get free candy. And as soon as that was over, what the fuck? Halloween Smalloween. Just shove it up your ass, your silly people, and your silly costumes, and your silly fantasies, and your silly bullshit. I don't get it. Alright? Yeah, I was trying to think of some foreign language to say it in, but knit. Yeah, whatever. I'll say something in Russian. She hates Russians. She wants to kill Russians. Anyway, just I find that funny. I mean, I just, you know, it's just I do. I frankly. Anyway, yeah, I don't think the comments are all kind of nothing. So there's nothing really there, so I won't bother saying anymore. But anyway, it's nice seeing Karina making a video and all that kind of stuff, but, you know, whatever. She's doing this whole Patreon thing, and it's all this, whatever. It's just not the same. But whatever, who cares? Moving on. Till next time. I just think this is bullshit. Keep making excuses for the lowest common denominator crap. I mean, the whole culture is being dominated by idiocracy. It's happening right in front of our faces. The idiots are running the goddamn show, and you idiots seem to think that's okay. You're supposed to be the smart people, and I just don't get why smart people say it's great to be an idiot. I just don't get it. Fuck you for that. Fuck you for not wanting better for the human race. Fuck you for that.